No one cares.
Yeah.
Alright, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am GeneralLotz, and today I'm joined by Darth again. See, if your name was easier to pronounce, I'd give you the full name and not just Darth. Darth Chihiko, I don't even know. Something like that. Something like that. And hello, Emperor Snake. Things are pretty good. A bit hot, but hey, it's summertime. And like I'm actually professional, I have this little title card there, so I can go do that. Because this requires display capture. Thanks, Aliens Dark Descent.
Don't get too comfy, okay?
Alright, so, like, what we got here is Aliens Dark Descent. Now, I've already played a bit of the game to get to where we are. Aliens Dark Descent is not a RTS, because you don't have base units, you're not training anything. It's more like Darkest Dungeon, which I've never played, but basically you have some guys that you control, and it's kind of like an RPG that's top-down, but not really. It's kind of hard to describe what this game is. Basically, it's hard and not my kind of game. I mean, if you want a first-person shooter that's aliens, this ain't it. Alright, so...
Indeed.
Now, have you played this game, Mr. Chinico?
Not as of late, no.
Alright, so this isn't bad, but it's just not that great. I mean, I was able to play it for a couple hours, and it runs okay. I can get like 60 FPS on this thing a little bit. I don't know what's with modern games, they don't run well, you know? It's like, this is such a basic, you know, top-down kind of, graphics aren't that great, and yet, like, it's gives me slowdown on it again. It's like, how dare you insult my computer. Okay, so, to describe the gameplay of this is, it's not like any one genre, I guess, because, like, you've got to do a lot of different things in this game. Now, primarily, you're controlling little guys, you're researching units, you're upgrading troops. I guess the best way you could describe this game as is kind of like
Let's see what's inside.
XCOM, but it's not turn-based. The combat's not that bad, but not that good either. You have an inventory, you can only gather so many items. The biggest problem with the gameplay, really... Also, you have it's a survival horror kind of thing, so you have limited ammo. You've got to weld up doors. Also, you've got a stress mechanic. The more xenomorphs you kill, the more stressed out the troops will get, and then they can eventually just literally fall unconscious. I'm not joking. That literally can happen.
I didn't know about that one.
Double time.
So, yeah, it's supposed to be a horror game. That's what this is designed to be. Right now, we're trying to check the cameras to find the sources of the xenomorph infestation. I think we need to be in here because it's got the little camera icon. I didn't see anything to do. It's a hard game. The game even calls itself a hard game. It's like, this is a challenging game, and you... Alright, so we got xenomorphs coming in, I think. I heard one growling around here. So, this is not turn-based combat. This is regular, real-time combat. The problem is, I kind of feel like it's a little floaty. Like, shit can happen, and it's very hard for you to react to it. That's what that's supposed to be, but whatever. Okay, we'll just go. Also, you can't send them to somewhere on the mini-map, which is kind of annoying. So, have you ever played XCOM?
I think I did several years ago.
This is kind of like that. Kind of.
There's something around.
You looking for a nice spot for a picnic or what?
Especially when it comes to the troop management, but once again, it's not turn-based. And I guess if that's what you want from an Alien game, then maybe you'll be happy, but like, man, this is not my kind of game. Because it's very much more about being slow and methodical. You know, you're not supposed to want to fight. And like, we haven't had to fight anything yet. But I can tell you that when we do, it's like... There's so much shit going on at any one time. It's like, what the hell am I doing? Okay, let's... And you don't really control the... Okay, now the objective is supposed to be in here, but I'm not seeing a way to tap into that. So, like, where we are here, we're in the very earliest part of the game. Maybe it's upstairs? No. It is not. It doesn't seem to be.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Okay, there's our objective marker. All the way over here.
We didn't come here to enjoy
But
the view, so move now.
it's a very... It's not obtuse. I'll give it that. Because games like this used to be all the rage. Where you'd be controlling a small group
Double
of
time.
troops and there'd be shit tons of things you had to worry about. And it was never an easy sort of thing. Okay, how the hell do I get... Okay,
More signals incoming.
this looks like this is where we're supposed to be. I'm looking at the map here. We're in the right room, but I'm not seeing anything to like... There's no computer in here, unless that's the... That's not the terminal. As you can see, you know, we're from a top-down perspective, which I never liked. Maybe it's up here? But it's a very slow game. Like, when you first start the game... Okay, we can't even go up the elevator, so I'm not really seeing what to do in here. So we're gonna abandon that. We can abandon it. I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to go all the way over here. But the objective marker showed that. This is also one of those games that I'm glad there was objective markers, because if there wasn't, I would not be playing this. Okay, it's all the way over there. Okay, so it's very easy to die. Thankfully, you can save pretty easily. The game, I will give the game this. Despite the fact that it's easy to die, there's a lot of crap that's going on at any one time. It tries to be as player friendly as possible. So that's good. You do have objective markers. Okay, here's the xenomorph. The xenomorph has not spotted us yet. Which is good, because we don't want to be spotted, because the more you get spotted by the xenomorphs, the more xenomorphs attack. And eventually you can have, like, the xenomorphs basically gang up on you and attack. Which can be bad, depending on where you are. If you're caught out in the open, you'll die immediately. If you can get some... If you can hide around this... it's not the APC, it's the ARC! Ooh. It's totally different. Okay, so this allows us to not really fast travel, but to get over here. Now, what we want to do is we want to check the cameras on the map to locate the sources of infestation. Well, we just went in there, and there was nothing to do in there. So we're going to assume we need to go to one of these. At least try to find where the objective is. So you can use the controller, which is what I'm using. Or you can use keyboard and mouse. Really, sometimes it's good to use both. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, I guess, over here, where there's two objective markers, and maybe there will be something. So far, it's been a pretty straightforward game here, but we're getting further in. Now, the ARC, you're basically completely secure here, and it's got big machine guns. So, since this is the very early part of the game, we're just fighting regular xenomorphs. We're not even fighting any of the big ones yet. And, just fighting a regular xenomorph, you need to have like a gun line. You also have special attacks you can do, and when you bring up a special attack, you can basically just stop time to where it's almost kind of like turn-based, which you really need to be able to do, because if you don't, it can get very chaotic very fast. Thrill as we drive across the map! Once again, this isn't bad, it's just... I hesitate to say it's not very good, but it's really not what I wanted from an Aliens game. Because, like, could we not have had a first-person shooter? Okay, where does this objective marker go? We're just going to play the game of follow the objective marker. Where are we? Where am I? There we go. We're right over there, so I guess we're in the right place to go in, at least try and examine the...
Too quiet.
we can also immediately get back to the Marines by just hitting the left joystick here.
Double time.
Stay sharp.
And of course you have to get these guys to run.
This gives me the creeps.
Okay, so that door is locked, so we're kind of fucked. Because we need to get in there. I think we need to get in over there, but... Of course I had to pick the most boring of the missions, but I want to point out that, like, this is one of those games that as it introduces more and more gameplay complexity, the more you know you're going to get fucked at some point. And we're already kind of fucked now, because, like, this is one of those things where if you're just playing in your off time, it's like, okay, where the hell do I go? Isn't that completely... I don't even know how we're supposed to get in there. It's a game with a lot of boredom to it, you know? This is why I like first-person shooters. Like, I'm not sure how we're even supposed to get in there. And there's two objectives. That's what the objective marker is pointing. When we went into that other one, It didn't let us do anything in there. Okay, let's get back to the Marines here. Maybe there's a way to get through this door. You can potentially de-weld doors,
Double time.
but it didn't seem to give me the option to do that. And yes, you have to listen to them talk every time you toggle on them. Every time. Okay, so that's locked. And this is one of those things, like, if you're not currently, like, playing the game, I think they can run a bypass, but once again, it's not giving me an option to do that.
Hold on, Marines.
Okay, I'm not really getting an option to do pretty much anything. Looks like we can get in over there, maybe. Alright, everybody back in the truck. Oh yeah, also, you can rescue people and recruit them to your ship, because there's a ship in this game, which is your base. We'll show that later, but when you try to rescue people, they automatically get to the front of the line, which means they have a good chance of dying in the first 5 seconds if you encounter any xenomorphs. And there doesn't appear to be a way to get them to move anywhere. You can't just reorder them in the line. Ugh. So if it wasn't bad enough, it's like, how do we get in the building? And be glad I did not start this from the beginning, because the beginning is very slow. The plot for this game is bad guys sneak in a xenomorph. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get in there, and I don't know how. I think there's a control panel there, maybe? Like, bad guys smuggle in a xenomorph. One xenomorph somehow kills everybody, even though they got guns, and they should know what a xenomorph is. Okay, so there's no way to get in there. That's not a control panel, so we can't run a bypass. They couldn't even get over there. Not getting an option to de-weld. I'm not getting any option to interact with that. Isn't it just amazingly fun? Now imagine this is the first Alien game we've been able to play in like 4 years. Okay, so we can't get in there because there's only 2 doors according to the map, and both of them are locked. So what do we do? What do we do? This one we can't get into because it won't. There's nothing there. Look at the map. There was nothing there to look at, so I don't know what that was about. Check the cameras on your map to locate the source. Ooh, I think I know what we got to do. And this is one of those things where, it didn't let me use the elevator. Ah, crap. We might be fucked here.
Oof.
Land support required.
Hang on.
Oh no. Oh no. This happened before, where you think they'll jump into the fucking. Oh god. So the first time I actually completed, you don't really have levels as such. Like, you deploy to different areas. Like, we deployed out here before I started streaming, and so you complete some objectives and you get in that fucking truck. Well, one of my Marines got wounded just before we were due to, like, leave, and we literally just leave him there.
Hang on.
We literally just left him there to die, and there's no way to go back. We can see the alien aggressiveness. What that means is the more we attack, which we have attacked nothing yet, the more aggressive they get, the more they're going to send out xenomorphs to try to kill you. Okay, so let me see if I can find my own stream here so I can look at the chat. Wait, are we even streaming? I don't know.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I can't see it on my phone. Okay, let's get back get back in the truck, people. Let's go over here because I think this might be on the 2nd floor.
Perhaps we should get moving.
Oh, shut up, Marine! Don't tell me we should get moving. You can definitely tell this is made by a European studio. It has all the, as the cool kids would say, jank of an Eastern European game. Like, it is, and then some of the translations are a bit off, where there's a pluralized item instead of like a singular. That's just one thing. But this, you can definitely feel the Euro from this game. I mean, like, we should be having fun here, but it's the only, and I'm not controlling that, by the way. It shoots automatically. Okay. Now we're here, and I think this elevator will let. I think we can get in there.
Come on, team.
And this, I'm not even going to bother picking up that resource, because I'm not. Okay, we should be able to get in here, hopefully.
Hurry up, you slugs!
And you're going to be hearing "Hurry up, you slugs"
Come on,
all the time. All the time. If you want to get their asses moving. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to get to this elevator, which should be over
More
here.
signatures spotted.
So I'm looking at the second floor here. Second floor doesn't have any objective markers, so maybe we're supposed to be on the first floor. So theoretically, we can... I'm just glad I'm better at gaming than I used to be, otherwise I'd be fucked right now, because I would not have a clue what to do. Okay. So we want to go through here. We might actually get to attack a xenomorph. But remember, you don't want to do that. If they get too stressed out, you have to create like a little safe area.
We're
A
spotted.
safe space.
Yeah, literally a safe space so that they can de-stress. Okay, so now the Hive has launched a hunt. Now they're going to actively try to find you. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you see those little percentages? That's how stressed out they are. So apparently, Latimer and Kurtz are really stressed out.
Shit, that thing saw us.
Okay, let's get some cover. Because this is one of those games where, like, you've got to keep constantly moving. Now, we could be collecting, like, xenomorph bits for research, but fuck that. Music isn't too terrible. It's a lot better than Fireteam Elite.
Incoming.
Because I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm going to start taking some hits because that's going to be right there, and everybody's going to get splashed by acid. Since this is where it really kind of needed to be turn-based, because there's a lot of shit that can happen. Okay, can we even get over there? Okay, so I'm guessing we can... Okay, here comes a xenomorph. I think we're actually at a dead end. Yep, we're at a dead end.
Come on, team. Move, move.
So since we don't need an elevator, we need to still try... You wouldn't think getting to a fucking surveillance camera would be so difficult, but I can't get to it.
Time. I don't hear them anymore.
I know you don't hear them anymore.
Hurry up,
Now
squad.
there's different difficulty selections you can make. Okay, let's... So I'm looking at this map here, and it looks like we needed to go through landing control... No, that's not going to get there. Oh, wait a minute. See, this is where the game's going to really piss me off because I don't think we need to get to the stupid... We need to get security room. That's where we need to go, I think. Maybe?
Stay frosty, Marines.
This is one of those games where you actually have to know how to play it, and the game's not going to help you at all.
Hurry
Okay,
up,
it kind of
squad.
does, but it's like, do I need to go to the security room so I can access the surveillance? It doesn't tell me, and I bet it won't. This may be a real short stream of this game because it's like,
Hurry up, squad.
I don't know where to go or what to do. Because you would think you would go to the objection marker, but no, I think you might
Come
go
on,
to
team.
that.
Move.
You
move.
might go to the security room, and that's just a guess right now. And I cannot tell you how hard it was to get out of that security room. Because you got to access the surveillance cameras first, and then like every xenomorph in the fucking game attacks. Okay, so I'm not getting an option to
Safe position taken.
interact with that. So
Hurry up,
check
you
the cameras
slugs.
on your map. Wait, does that mean literally check
Like
them?
we got some supplies by the admin building.
Now, how would you know that? How
More
would
signals
you?
incoming.
How would you know to do that? Which I guess is what I was supposed to do. Yep, that was what I was supposed to do. Really?
Set a stockpile out by the warehouse.
Really? And that was a guess.
Wait, that container. Exactly like the one I've seen on Pioneer.
Alright, so now you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to
Check it out.
play this game.
Sarge, or are you just hungry?
You know what they say. The day in the Marine Corps is like a day.
The day on the farm. Don't,
Hilarious. Reaching that slaughterhouse looks like a trek from
maybe you
here.
should use the ARC. Well, really?
ARC.
Okay, so literally you click on them. Really? Fuck you, game. Fuck you. God. So here we are. Look at all the fucking xenomorphs we gotta fight through. Alright, so there is a xenomorph trying to sneak up on us.
We're spotted.
Yep, shoot him. Now I want to show... Okay, no.
Move on.
What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be constantly walking back from them. But you never walk back quite fast enough to not get hit by the acid. So, now look, we've barely fought anything, and look at the stress levels of these people. And before anyone gives me any bullshit, I'm like, you'd be stressed out. It's like, it's a fucking video game, okay? This isn't real. This game has already pissed me off even more than...
Take a breather. Watch
God, that
stretch.
pisses me off. It's like, check the cameras. Like, I thought they meant literally go to the cameras or go do something in the game, not look at the fucking map. Okay, so we already lost a guy. Alright, fuck the game. We're gonna reload the save. There are times in the game where you might as well just say, forget it, fuck it, and reload the save. God, that's annoying. It's like, how would you know to literally check the icon on the map? Because you've never had to do this in the game before. Alright. So we'll check the icon on, and that's one of those things. Like, look how easily we lost a guy. And the thing is, you don't really have that much time to react. Oh god, we're still stuck here. And that guy's still wounded. Okay, so you gotta kinda like plan how you're gonna get from point A to point B. Cause just traversing the level is kinda dangerous.
Hurry up, you slugs.
Mainly because it just isn't really the proper interface. It's like xenomorphs move fast. I'm not gonna pick up the sample, because I'm not gonna play the game after this.
Move, move.
The xenomorphs move fast, and you know, you don't really have time to plan. This is where the whole turn-based game system I think would have worked a lot better. Okay, so he spotted us, so we're gonna fall back here. Now we haven't even fought anything really tough yet. Be glad you can't hear the fact that she will always say, "Hurry up, you slugs." Everybody will say that. They all say it. But it's just not enough time to react most of the time. Okay, let's just redeploy squad again, because the game didn't bother to tell me. And I don't even know how we're going to get in there. Wait, I didn't do that.
Some relevant materials by the stables.
Relevant materials, as opposed to irrelevant materials. So, like, the main objective of this game is to fix your ship and get off the planet. Now, there's a character that is, I guess, supposed to be the main character who launched a bunch of missiles at everybody because a xenomorph was potentially going to escape. Why would you ever design your space station to do that? I'm not really sure. And she's responsible for getting everybody shot down. And so you gotta fix the ship, you gotta recruit survivors. You know, you gotta... The Marines, as they go through missions, will eventually get traumas, which will make them even less useful. Sounds fun, right?
Just what you need. Useless Marines.
Yeah, and it's like they all have like a bad trait. Let me take a look here. Let's get out of here and look. Okay, squad recap. Unfit. Personality trait. Stubborn. Jinx, whatever that implies. And weak. Oh yeah, and they will get wounded. They will get wounded as time goes on. And they will have to go into the hospital. And while they're in hospital, you can't do anything with them. This is sounding fun. This game is sounding worse and worse to me, and I said I kind of liked it.
Come on, team.
Okay, I'll check the chat as soon as we actually go to the slaughterhouse. You can get data pads if you actually give a fuck about the story, which, I mean, I kind of do and kind of don't. Come on, just interact with the data pad, you idiot.
On it.
I like how he has to, like, tap on it like it's, like, crap film. Okay. Terminal correspondent, slaughterhouse. I used to read all of those things back when the writing was actually worth reading. Okay, let's go ahead and send a Marine to interact with target.
Alright, let's see what's in there.
Now, the computers look a lot like the computers from Alien Isolation.
Move on.
Which is kind of neat. I kind of like that visual continuity. Can we get there from here? It'd be really nice if you could send them somewhere through the mini-map.
Come on, team.
Or the main map. It's not a mini-map, but still. We're gonna get to that slaughterhouse.
Move,
Is it the 5th one? I don't know. Could be the 6th one. But this is one of those games that is designed to infuriate people like me who do not have the time or the patience
Hurry up,
to
squad.
play something like this. Okay, come on. Please get in there. Keep going. Come on. Oh yeah, you can't toggle. You can't task them to go through the fog of war either. You gotta wait for them to finally catch up to get there. Now look, they're all still pretty stressed out.
Move! Move!
And so we probably should build a little, like, literally a safe space for them to hide in for a little while. Okay, so how the hell do we get there?
Move! Move!
Had to toggle on that fucking thing. Really? Who designed this game and why?
Move on!
There's like 8 million tutorials for this game, and they don't tell, and they do that. At least we know. And knowing is half the battle. Come on, let's go. Are we still going in the right direction? No, we're not. No, we're not, because we're going on the wrong side of the trapezoid here. Okay, so it looks like we want to go, and then you go from that view to this. It's like, where am I again? Who am I? Are we going anywhere near the right direction? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's keep going. Why can't they just make an Aliens first-person shooter? Preferably with, like... I take 2001 level graphics. I take 2003, even better.
Double time!
Okay, we got a Xenomorph, and he's gonna jump out. Now, how are you supposed to react fast enough to get them away, to get your troops away? See, there, and as you can see, their stress is getting higher. Their stress is getting higher, so you can either hide for a little while or continue the mission. Now, as they upgrade, they won't be quite so useless, but actually getting them to that point without wanting to throw the controller out the window, I don't know if anyone has the patience for that. Now, people, of course, are going to love this game, believe me. This appeals...
Here's your container, Administrator.
Hey, we have to be sure. Go check it.
Take a breather. Watch that stress, squad.
Yep, watch that
There's only
stress.
6, no, 8 eggs here. And no nest.
Not nearly enough to infest a whole colony. They must have another way to breed.
Do they?
I don't want to hear about it. Check the container's log, Marines. Let's see where that crate came
Stress 75%.
Shit. It's coming to us.
I mean, and that's the thing. Yep. To reduce your marine stress, make sure to gather enough supplies to overcome this menace. If your squad isn't prepared, you will face certain death. Really? We've done nothing in the game yet. How can we go back to the ship already?
Not much here, Sarge. Only a signature from Gallagher, colony director.
Gallagher? Did he smash watermelons? Uh-oh, this is a boss. Yep, we got a Praetorian, I think. We're gonna die a lot. Okay, so here's the problem. This is where you really kind of need a turn-based system because there's a lot of shit you gotta do to get this set up in any way, shape, or form. And real-time really does not lend itself to that. Now, thankfully, what we can do is we can bring up the special weapons here. Or not the special weapons, the special abilities. So, we will do... And of course it doesn't, you would think you'd like hit Y or something. No, you gotta hit A. And then you can easily like deselect that command. Okay, I don't want to flare, no! And remember, you've got to try to move these guys at...
Tango, straight ahead. It's a drone.
And now they're anxious. We're so fucked. How can I create a shelter in the middle of a boss fight game? How?
Marine unconscious.
And now we're dead, and it's like, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do here? This is so clunky.
Suppressive fire.
Well, let's do suppressive fire. And dead. How was I supposed to react to that thing in real time with all the shit that I need to do to make that work? It's like... Why? Why is this in real time when you want to... We're gonna keep going? We're gonna kill the Praetorian? I'm not gonna hurl the controller out the... Can you imagine like if I actually did hurl this controller out the window? That'd be really expensive. The controller's cheap, but that window... That's like, what, $200 to replace a window?
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, that's your game. You don't have enough time to react to everything, and this is not the right kind of interface you'd want for this kind of thing anyway.
Shit. It's coming to us.
At least the saves aren't too bad. Okay. Now, what it expects you to do is it kind of, I guess, expects you to know that. Alright, so since we know he's coming out there, what we're going to do is we're going to set that up here.
Sentry gun.
We're going to set that up. We're going to get this asshole.
I think we're good.
And what we're going to do is we're going to set up.
Sentry activated.
Yeah, these controls really aren't very good. Okay, we're going to get this asshole and we can actually set him up on suppressive fire. This actually will slow down the xenomorphs. Okay, so we got 2 of 3. So we'll actually take this guy here. We'll set him up for suppressive fire. We'll just suppress this guy as much as possible. And then we will try and get one of these Marines to just fire on with a grenade. We're going to try that. Yeah. Why am I going to go make them de-stress before the boss fight? Why am I going to make it that clunky, game?
Not much here, Sarge. Only a signature from
Now, of course, if
Gallagher,
we end up
Colony
dying again, I guess we better go create the safe space. It's kind of like a bonfire, I guess. Now watch, I guarantee you it will completely forget that I set those guys up for suppressive fire. And that is a generic rel. Okay, there we go.
They know we're here.
Oh yeah, don't mess with me.
Shit! You saw the size of that thing? Tell me it didn't come from those cows, man.
We should head to the director's office.
Alright, so
We'll find more about
we
the
were able to kill him. It wasn't that hard, but it's like you kind of have to know what you're doing to even play.
There's only one way to find out.
You don't automatically pick up the sentry gun, you gotta task somebody to do it.
I hate that.
Okay. During a run, difficulties can accumulate. Yeah. Look at all this crap! Just let me play the game!
Light him up!
That'd be too easy.
Disgusting.
Who else
Okay.
wants some?
Let's get the Xeno sample and then let's try to get out of here.
Look intact to me.
Okay, where are we? The exit is all the way out there. It'd be nice if I could just hit X and send them out there, but no! But no! And now I can't seem to actually control anybody. Oh, because
More
it's...
signals incoming.
Okay, come on, idiots.
They've got
Let's
us.
go.
Look alive.
Bring him down.
Oh, they're super stressed out!
Hurry up, squad. Oh, damn, that hurt.
Oh, God. And actually getting these guys out alive is such a difficult thing to do. You can blow those blockades up. You don't want to do that because that makes the xenomorphs able to traverse the area a lot faster. But it also fucks you up too. So the safe space thing is kind of a cool idea. Like if that was a way to save mid-mission, that'd be kind of neat. But the fact that you have to do that... Oh yeah, we gotta go find the watermelon smashing guy. Okay. Now not everywhere can be turned into like a safe space. So like, this is something else that kind of annoyed me because like, okay, let's say you wanted to create a little safe space here. Well, you can't. Actually, no, you can. Okay, I was wrong. You can create a... okay, let's actually do that now. Before we go find
Weld that door.
Gallagher.
You shall not pass, fuckers.
Oh God. Be glad none of you can hear the fact that she just said, "You shall not pass." And they say it all the time. Okay, so we can rest and de-stress. It'll allow your command points to regenerate, you can get some ammo, and it can heal. Actually, no, you don't heal. What happens is, you just heal the stress. Alright, so... Are we having fun yet, ladies and gentlemen? If you are of the mindset to play stuff like XCOM, you'll love it. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up asshole here.
Roger. Don't move. Gonna fix you up best I can.
Okay, now I can't see my own stream though. I don't see it on my phone, so I can't check the chat. Hey, can you send me a link to my stream? Let's open it up that way. Alright, let's de-weld the door here.
Open.
And the welds don't really last that long anyway. I thought they'd be more useful than they actually were. Okay, let's redeploy. Of course it's... Hey, come on, get over here, idiots. Come on, let's go. Come on, get in the truck. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Let me guess. Where the hell is it? Yeah, where the hell is it? Is it on the second floor? Yeah, it is on the second floor. Okay, so we gotta find the elevator. Hope you remembered where that was. It looks like that's an elevator there. Let's go here. Let's use the lift, shall we? If the game just wasn't so clunky and didn't have so much shit going on, like, if this was just, you know, sort of an RPG-ish sort of thing where you had to level up your Marines and complete missions, I think that would have been enough. All these different elements just make it so that you have to remember everything just to do one thing. Okay, while we're driving along, let's take a look here. Take a look here. Classic game room. I did not talk to that Derek guy. Was and will be forever be the best game of the franchise. I don't know if it'll be the best game. Halo Wars. This is not Halo Wars, but Aliens. This is something very different. This is the PC version of the game. Last week on Medium, ton of Easter eggs. That's cool. How to beat the situation. Order the Marines to set up a suppression field. Command tool. To be on max, which are still good. Okay. Actually, let me bring that. There we go. Okay, and we're back finally here. But yeah, I like real-time strategy games well enough. But I just feel like I don't have enough time to actually react to what's going on.
More signals incoming. Hurry up, you slugs!
Which is why I was able to defeat the boss on the second try, but whatever. I'm still gonna complain about it.
What a miserable place. And they call that a reception. Building better worlds, my ass.
And yeah, we do have some references to the original Alien EU, such as the psychic powers.
Brings back memories. Not many of them good.
How's that?
Never mind.
Jonas Harper there.
Shit. It's coming to us.
Did we really? Okay, are we on the second floor? We better be. Okay, good.
Come on, team.
But Jonas Harper, the character, can psychically sense the xenomorphs, and you control them early part of the game. It's not like real-time strategy games, but this is not really that. This is not really Halo Wars. Halo Wars has, you know, base building and units and things of that nature.
Hurry up, you
Or is this
slugs!
just... If the gameplay was just a little tighter, I'd have been a lot happier. And a little less clunky.
Move on.
Now, Halo Wars is a game I've not thought of in a long time. One of the few good console RTSs. For me, my favorite RTS will always be Star Wars Empire at War. I put, I don't know how many thousands of hours into that game. That and Sins of a Solar Empire.
Shit. It's coming to us. There's no one there, Sergeant.
Patch me in. I'm sure we'll find something on his personal terminal.
Oh, we'll just find his browser history, and I don't think you want to know what that is.
Access and terminal.
A lot of tentacles.
All right. See the importation log? But we have a problem. It's encrypted.
Can't
Oh
you
my god, it's encrypted with the
Kuwaiti security
firewalls!
standards are simple but strict. I need his access codes, and as a company executive, the director has an obligation to carry them with him no matter what. But I don't read Gallagher's PDT.
Yep, she's gonna. I guarantee you, he's gonna be in the Queen,
Went cold.
the Hive.
We have more objectives to complete anyway. Stay sharp, squad.
What objectives? I already finished them all.
I've searched through the PDT's history and enlarged the scope of our receivers. Turns out the chips of
Yep, they're in the mine. The
including
old
Queen
mine,
Gallagher,
where the fucking Queen is.
disappeared next to an old mine.
If there's still trimonite in there, it must be messing with the PDT signal.
Of course.
Exactly. Which means more might be alive down there.
All right, Marines. Administrator Hayes just found us a new shining objective. She needs that director, and we need that vet.
Wouldn't it be surprising if they put the Queen in so early?
Really, Sergeant? Caving? Thank God I'm only flying with you lot.
Yes, we get to go to the cave level.
Tunnels myself.
Double time.
But still, though,
Quiet.
this is probably in some ways a bit better than Fireteam Elite. Oh god, I'm starting to like the game again. After that fucking camera debacle. Now we can try and hide. Like, we can hide over here. Probably should be using a keyboard and mouse, but fuck that. Okay, let's hide. Okay, where do we want to go? I want to get to the elevator. Now, where are we in terms of elevators? Okay, I guess we're right there. Is the elevator in the same room? Did I not even need to leave? Yeah, looks like it.
Move on.
So being able to just click on a place in the on the map, I think, would make things so much better. Where are we? I'm like that in real life. I'm always checking the fucking map. Thank you, Izmir, for GPS. Okay, I know the elevator's got to be around here somewhere.
Stay frosty, Marines.
I've always found trying to navigate with a top-down view kind of confusing. But with an RTS, it's very different. Like, you always, you're not trying to navigate through corridors. You're trying to navigate across a battlefield.
Picnic or what?
Okay, where are we? Okay, we're in the wrong part of the build. Okay, that's not even the right building. Okay, so how do we get there? I think it might be easier just to go to that one, so we didn't need to come back in here.
Double time.
Yes, double time. Get the fuck out.
Move.
Game likes to waste my time. Okay, let's get over here. Alright, go,
Double time.
go, 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 people. I do like how we are starting to see some of the Steve Perry Aliens stuff start to crop up again after it was kind of ignored for a little while. Aliens has gone through some very interesting
Double time.
continuity revisions.
Hurry up, squad.
It's actually kind of sad. The Steve Perry stuff kind of ended sometime around, I think, 2002, something like that.
Affirmative.
It's very old. And then there was a time where there wasn't really any continuity of any sort at all. With comics and books just kind of doing whatever they wanted. The DH Press was a series of books that kind of did their own thing. Like, the first book was a sequel to Alien Resurrection. The second book took place at some indeterminate period of time.
Move on.
And then there was like a weird prequel sort of thing that predated Prometheus.
Move.
And let's see, is this going to be anywhere here, or are we going to just have to leave? No, but we are going to go here. Reach the mine entrance building. So do we want to go back to base? Now we're all pretty much not too bad. Okay, let's just ride over here. There's just been no one could really figure out what they wanted to do with the Aliens universe, and it's kind of sad because the Aliens universe has a good room for expansion. I mean, they tried to do it where, like, oh, we had to fight the jockeys now, or the Malkagak, or whatever they came up with, and then it became the engineers, and that kind of got ruined. Then they tried to make it where there was two different species that kind of looked the same. Really, if you wanted to have a overarching Aliens, like, myth arc, you have it be where, like, the jockeys are trying to come back and wipe out humanity. They tried to do that for a little while, and then they pulled sort of a Last Jedi, and after the initial trilogy, they just kind of dropped it, and so, like, what was set up to be, like, this huge villain wasn't. Actually, I'll give everybody a spoiler. So, like, the original Aliens trilogy was a series of 3 books and 3 comics. The first comic sets up what is, in theory, an overarching villain, which is a jockey or an engineer that shows up and saves the protagonist, which is either Newt or some rando. Okay, do we want to drive out there? I guess we want to drive out there. Where's the mine shaft?
Too quiet.
Okay, Marines, please remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. Please have the ability.
Came for and get the hell out of here.
Okay, just get the fucking truck. Get over there.
Hurry up.
So at the end of the Aliens trilogy, there was this one random jockey that started terraforming Earth, and that looked to be like a major plot. However, in a very Last Jedi sort of way, that actually, if you didn't read that one obscure comic, you wouldn't even know what happened to him. And I didn't until like 2012. Because none of the books cover it. You go from Aliens the Female War to Aliens Genocide, and in Aliens Genocide it's just humanity defeated the xenomorphs and all was well. There's a comic called Alien the Alien, yeah, that's a real original, where humans do take down this jockey and save the Earth. It's like, you would think that would be a short story or something in print form, but whatever, who cares, right? But you would also think you would build it up a bit more than just, oh, and he was also defeated too.
Shovels, harsh language, and pickaxes.
Might as well shoot yourself.
Or bash yourself in the head with a shovel, I guess. I can't help it. I've got to get the genetic material.
I hate this job.
Oh my.
Got him. They look exact to me.
Double time!
I couldn't help it.
Hurry up, you slugs!
Now, this, of course, is a bit of a reference to an Aliens novel. One of the latter-day Aliens novels where the vast majority of it took place in a cave. Actually, no, I think a bunch of those took place in a cave, now that I think of it. There was, like, one that had Ripley show up where, like, this ship got blown to crap, and then they had to land on the planet to get some kind of science gubbin, and then fly back up to the ship, and of course the thing was in a cave. And then I think, like, the second book also had a cave in it. I think we've got a graphical glitch or something. No, we don't.
Move on!
Like, please tell me the fucking level's gonna render.
The lair of the beast. Charming, really.
Keep that line clear, squad. It's already hard enough to hear you with all that trimonite around.
Yeah.
Try to adjust comms to those caves,
Chemosite, that's
but
not
keep
good.
Your eyes peeled.
They like their caves, but then so does Caiaphas Cain. He likes his caves
Let's see
too.
what's inside.
He goes in caves like all the fucking time in his books. But yeah, you would think they would have built up the whole jockey thing a bit more than they did, but sadly they didn't.
Double time!
Because the Xenomorphs as a villain just doesn't really work. Because once you realize humans have killed things far scarier than Xenomorphs throughout history,
Double time!
like cave bears, and all we had was a fucking spear.
Light 'em up!
Okay, do we want to do suppressive fire? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Because this really does help slow these things down. They're not tangos, they're not terrorists.
Who else wants some?
More signal Tango, straight ahead!
Take a breath.
Yeah, because the Xenomorphs work with Antifa, right?
Hurry up, you slugs!
Come on, fall back, you idiots.
Who else wants some?
Okay, so...
High sharp marines. Tons of critters coming your way.
Oh, crap. Shit.
Double time!
Run.
Massive onslaught.
Yeah, that's where a shit ton are gonna attack.
Move! Move!
Copy.
Okay, let's
see what's inside.
loot that. Maybe there'll be ammo in there. Also, you had to watch ammo. Okay, let's
Suppressive fire!
do suppressive fire on a couple of these assholes. Okay. And do we want to drop the sentry turret or not? Yeah, let's go ahead and drop it. Let's drop that sentry gun. Put that right there.
Deploying sentry gun.
Alright, let's go. Because we're gonna...
Sentry almost ready.
So, it'll basically just be a giant swarm that's gonna attack and try and kill everything. Those ammo counters go. We'll be screwed. Now you can try to leave and then come back, but we're already here, so.
Might as well.
Alright, we got a choke point. We should be good. Hopefully.
I think we're spotted.
Really, you think we're spotted?
Take a breath.
Come on, open up on him, you assholes! Oh crap, we got to... Look at how many there are! Okay. We survived. Please fix the turret. Repair and pick up. Okay, come on, let's repair.
On my way.
Thankfully we've got enough
Get up, sweetie.
resources here to do that, because you really need that fucking turret.
Shit, man. I don't like that.
Oh, he's anxious. I wonder why. Actually, he's hurt too.
Sentry gun fixed. Disgusting.
Okay, somebody please go heal him.
Here's your sample.
Okay, no. Get over here, you idiot. But healed.
Stay still.
I hate to admit it, but this is kind of fun. I know this probably looks like crap, but as you start to like figure out how to play the game, it's like, you know, this ain't so bad. Or maybe I'm just like,
Move on.
I think the valid question is, if this wasn't Aliens, would I be having fun? And I don't think I would be. I think, yeah, I think this is like nostalgia. Oh crap, run! You idiots, get back, get back, get back!
Oh, it hurts! Do something! Bring him down!
Oh crap. Like, I'm having fun! Now it's like everybody's dead. Oh man, he's abducted. I can't, I might as well reload the save. I'm not gonna be able to get him back, and if he dies, we're fucked. I like the game. Fuck the game. The game's fuck the game. I'm gonna be very schizophrenic about this.
Come on, team.
Why are we here? Oh, we're trying to find his fucking body, aren't we?
Charming, really.
Okay, we'll try to find this guy's body and then call it a day.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned. Okay, where the fuck are we trying to go? I don't know. I'm like half enjoying and half wanting to rage at it. We're going to the caves of ice. Actually, there's no ice around here. No ambles. Like, since I'm not going to show the boring part of the game. Okay, we got some Xenos coming up. Fall back, fall back, fall back. They can't. So you have to try to keep away from the xenomorphs, but you can't run backwards. Instead, what you've got to do is you've got to walk backwards. And of course, their walking speed isn't very high. It's these little things that just annoy me. Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back, you idiots. Come on, keep going, keep going. I don't know what maximum retribution is. Okay, now we got that stupid fucking onslaught. See, like, if you have time to prepare, you can slaughter just about anything, but you're not gonna have time to prepare half the time. Okay, hey, there's a power loader. That'd be nice if we could have one of those. Okay, we got 7 seconds. We need to find a good place to hide. Yeah, let's... Okay, let's get over here. Activate some abilities. Suppressive fire! Okay, let's save the turret. And... let's just save the turret and see what happens. But that door opens. Let them have it. Oh man, we're so fucked. It was not a good idea. Cause see, like, here's where we kind of fucked up here, because see, now everybody's running out of ammo. Everybody's dead. Yep, they all died. So maybe building like a bunker position was not a good idea. Okay, let's check the chat real quick. Let's see, I'll turn that on. Check the chat. Acid, command tool. Okay, let's get back to it. Actually, you know what? I think I've had about enough of this. I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm GeneralLotz. This is Dark, whatever the hell. And wish you AVB2 or whatever makes you